Hi, I'm Pantazi, and I'm bringing you today something that comes out of the Hohan Soken notes or Kise notes. The big controversy that goes on with that, I'll just name them both because some people are familiar with Hohan Soken's notes, and some people are more familiar with that it's actually Kise's notes. But they came before that. The information was handed down through Hohan Soken, through Nabe Matsumura, and before that from Bushi Matsumura. So it's information that came directly out of China when Bushi Matsumura was cross-training over there with the Southern Chinese. And it's also seen in Fujita notes, which is interesting because you have all the different styles that are listed. There's like 24 different styles listed in the Fujita notes with the targets that they did. And it was anything from judo targets to Shorinji targets, and many obscure family styles that are not very popular, and when you first look at the notes you've never heard of them before until you look at the name, and then you can get into your research and find out a little bit more history. Some you can. So this is old information that's being passed down, but anyway, there's a target in there, and it's called Mimi. Now, I've discussed Mimi before. I've done a film on the Platinum subscription on it where I used several different attacks, much like our mini-series, our mini-classes. And these attacks were pretty abrupt. We've got some great effects on them. The guys didn't like it so much. I didn't like it so much either because getting punched in the ear or getting knuckled in the ear isn't the most fun thing to live through. But I've got some more information for you. Mimi is an important target, and it's not blowing out the eardrums. Now, sure, of course, you can blow out someone's eardrums. Has a great effect, great self-defense. Don't have to think about anything. Just palm the ear with a soft palm to cause a concussion down into the inner ear, hopefully rupturing the eardrum, which will break the balance of the person. You'll rupture the eardrum. They won't hear properly in that ear, if ever again. They'll get nauseous and pass out. They can throw up. There's many different things you can do by blowing out an eardrum. But again, that's permanent disfigurement, permanent damage. And in a court of law, if you had to defend yourself, that's it's not going to bode well for you. So what we do is we found another way to use the Mimi, and it really enhances not just your attack on the ear, it opens up the whole body. Okay, and I'm going to give you a brief idea of what's involved in the Inner Circle teachings of the Platinum subscription. You have nervous system that's broken down into two main parts, being the somatic nervous system and the autonomic nervous system. Somatics are your motor control that you control, moving your arm, your leg, closing a fist, whatever you're doing. All right, and that is your motor control, but that only affects 20% of your brain. All right, and that only affects, when you attack the somatic nervous system, you only attack 20% of the brain. Okay, so you have minimized effects. Now, there's the autonomic system. The autonomic system is your automatic functions, as I've mentioned this before, but your breathing, your respiration, your digestion, and breathing is it can be controlled somatically, but it's also controlled autonomically, because you don't think about your breathing while you're sleeping. You don't think about your breathing normally. You're just breathing, okay? But you can stop it for a little bit. But you'll also notice that you can't retain that because the body will go into survival mode and it will start breathing automatically. or the autonomic nervous system. Well, we've learned how to attack the ear properly to set up the autonomic nervous system. Now, when you set up the autonomic nervous system, that's 80% of your brain. So instead of attacking 20% of the somatic nerves, or the somatic nerves, and getting only 20% of the brain in dysfunction, we teach the technique how to attack the autonomic system, which is 80%. Now, if you could tie it in with the somatic system, you got yourself 100%, and that's why our knockouts look so deep and look so powerful, is because we're tapping into those. Now, some people have done that by mistake as well, and some people are more geared to being autonomic. All right, and those people, you see, they always go out harder, but we can make that event occur, okay? And that's where most people in Kyusho don't understand how to make that occur on a constant basis or a consistent basis. And that's what this film on Mimi is going to go into. Now, I've got this on my my website, my blog. This video is embedded there, and you're watching it here on YouTube. And there's a link below on my website and a link below here in the description that's going to allow you to find the blog site where you can read a little bit more than just watching the video, okay? And then there's another link where into the Platinum subscription, you get this automatically put in. You don't have to pay extra for it. We're going to go into a more advanced training with this, and I explain it to a greater detail, and I also have the class running with it, mini seminar per se, where you can see the effects on different people using it on different people. So it's not just me doing it, it's people that had just picked up on it and are working with it, and you can see their success and their level of skill increase as they work. So again, thanks for watching the YouTube here. Go over to the Platinum subscription. Do it by June 1st, as you've seen my other video. The June 1st is going to be the transition where we go into higher prices there, because the banks are all charging higher prices. The PayPal's charging higher prices. So get in now on the Platinum subscription. Get this information and start training with it. Thanks for watching.